The reggae star disappeared for 5 years and just dropped a surprise album on his 33rd birthday. Chronixx is 33 years old in 2025, and the reggae world has been waiting for him. After basically vanishing from the music scene for almost 5 years, he just came back in the biggest way possible. On October 10, 2025, his 33rd birthday, he surprise released his new album Exile. 17 tracks. Jamar McNaughton was born on October 10, 1992, in Spanish Town, Jamaica. His father is Selvin McNaughton, better known by his stage name Chronixx. Chronixx was a reggae singer, so Jamar grew up completely surrounded by music. When he was little, people called him Little Chronixx because he was his father's son. Eventually, that got shortened to Chronixx, and that became his stage name. Jamar wrote his first song when he was just 5 years old. It was called Rice Grain. That's incredibly young to be writing songs, but music was in his blood. His whole family sang. He sang at school. He sang in church. It was just part of who he was from the beginning. When Jamar was 11 years old, he recorded his first gospel track with a producer named Danny Brown. It was never released, but it showed he was serious about music even as a kid. By the time he was a teenager, he was already working in the music industry. He provided backing vocals for reggae artists like Lutan Fyah. He started producing music and creating rhythms for other artists. At 14 and 15 years old, he was making beats that artists like Conscience, Popcan, and Munga Honorable used. He wasn't just talented, he was a professional while still in high school. Then tragedy hit in 2009. Chronixx's younger brother died. This absolutely devastated him. He was only 16 or 17 years old, dealing with the loss of his brother. That pain pushed him deeper into music. He started writing more seriously with Romain Teflon Arnett, who worked with Zinc Fence Records. Music became his way of processing grief. By 2012, Chronixx started getting serious attention in Jamaica. He was performing at major festivals like Reggae Sumfest. His music was getting radio play. People were noticing this young artist who sounded different from everyone else. In 2012, he was featured on a major laser mixtape called Start a Fire. That helped introduce him to audiences outside Jamaica. Then, in 2013, Chronixx exploded. He released Here Comes Trouble and Smile Jamaica. Both songs became massive hits. Smile Jamaica especially became an anthem. In 2015, President Barack Obama put Smile Jamaica on his summer playlist. That's how big the song was. Suddenly, Chronixx wasn't just a Jamaican star. He was an international artist. He toured the United Kingdom and the United States with his band, Zinc Fence Redemption. He performed on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He performed at Central Park in New York in front of over 5,000 people. He was being called the leader of the reggae revival movement alongside artists like Protoje, Jesse Royal, Kabaka Pyramid, and Kelissa. In 2014, Chronixx released an EP called Dread and Terrible. It went to number 1 on the Billboard Reggae Albums chart. The project was incredible. It mixed traditional roots reggae with modern sounds. His lyrics talked about anti-war themes, love, resilience, and social justice. Young people connected with him. Older reggae fans respected him. He was the bridge between classic reggae and the new generation. By 2017, Chronixx released his debut album Chronology. The album was everything fans hoped for. It topped the reggae charts. It got him a Grammy nomination for Best Reggae Album. Songs like Skankin' Sweet, Likes, and Black is Beautiful showed his range. He could do love songs. He could do political songs. He could do party songs. The album proved Chronixx wasn't just a one-hit wonder. He was a serious artist building a legacy, and then he basically disappeared. After 2017, Chronixx slowed down dramatically. He released a single called Never Give Up in April 2022. That was his last solo release until Exile in 2025. For years, fans kept asking, where is Chronixx? Why isn't he releasing music? Did he quit? Is he okay? The truth is, he didn't quit. He just stepped back from the public eye, and there were a few big reasons why. First, fatherhood. In a 2021 interview with Rolling Stone, Chronixx talked about becoming a dad. He has a daughter who was born around 2019 or early 2020. He mentioned that fatherhood and the stillness of the pandemic had reshaped his priorities. Being a father changed everything for him. He wanted to be present for his daughter. He didn't want to be on tour all the time missing her childhood. He wanted to build a life, not just a career. Second, his relationship with Kelissa McDonald. Kelissa is a reggae artist herself, part of the same reggae revival movement. The two have been together for years. In his 2021 Rolling Stone interview, Chronixx referred to her as his wife. They keep their relationship very private. There are almost no public photos of them together. They don't post about each other on social media much, but they're together raising their daughter. Kelissa is also signed to Chronixx's label, Soul Circle Music. They're partners in music and in life. Chronixx wanted to protect that privacy. He didn't want his family life becoming tabloid material. Third, creative exploration. During his time away from releasing solo music, Chronixx was still creating. He became a member of SAULT, a mysterious British music collective led by producer Inflo. SAULT releases albums with no promotion, no interviews, no photos, complete anonymity. Chronixx provided uncredited vocals on multiple SAULT-related projects. He sang on tracks for Cleo Sol's album Gold in 2023. He was featured on Daniel Caesar's album Never Enough in 2023. He appeared on Smino's album Maybe in Nirvana in 2024. He was working, just not under his own name. This gave him creative freedom without the pressure of being Chronixx, the reggae star. Fourth, he was tired of the industry. In interviews, Chronixx has talked about not being big into the music industry. He doesn't like the politics. He doesn't like the pressure to constantly promote and be visible. He founded Soul Circle Music as an independent label specifically so he wouldn't have to deal with major labels. He wanted to work on his own terms. Taking 5 years off was his way of reclaiming control. He worked when he wanted. He created what he wanted. He didn't owe anyone anything. During his time away, Chronixx also started the JamCoders summer camp in Jamaica. This is a fully funded 4-week program teaching Jamaican high school students computer programming and algorithms. Lecturers come from Harvard and UC Berkeley. It's a serious educational initiative. Chronixx used his platform and resources to give back to Jamaican youth. This mattered more to him than releasing another single. Throughout 2023 and 2024, Chronixx made a few surprise appearances. He showed up at Protoje's Lost in Time Festival in Jamaica in 2023. He performed at the second annual Joe Mersa Marley birthday celebration in 2025. These were impromptu moments, not planned tours. He was dipping his toe back in the water, testing if he still wanted to perform. Then, in August 2025, everything changed. Chronixx headlined Reggaeland, a massive 2-day reggae festival at Milton Keynes National Bowl in the UK. This was his first major performance in years. During his set, he debuted a new song called Don't Be Afraid, and he announced that his new album, Exile, was coming later in 2025. Fans went wild. After years of silence, Chronixx was finally back. On October 10, 2025, his 33rd birthday, Exile dropped 17 tracks. produced by Inflow, the same producer behind SAULT. The album is a mix of classic roots, reggae, soul influences, and experimental sounds. Songs like Market, Family First, Survivor, and Love is on the Mountain show growth and maturity. The album explores themes of displacement, spirituality, resilience, and identity. It's called Exile partly as a tribute to Emperor Haile Selassie, who spent 5 years in exile fighting for Ethiopia's independence. Chronixx sees parallels between that struggle and his own journey of stepping away and finding himself. The response to Exile has been incredible. Fans who waited 8 years for new music are celebrating. Critics are calling it a landmark return. It's being streamed millions of times. And Chronixx did it all on his own terms. No major label. No massive marketing campaign. Just pure music dropped when he felt ready. So, what about his net worth? Various sources estimate Chronixx's net worth at around $2 million to $3 million. Some older estimates said $2 million. Some newer estimates push it closer to $3 million or even higher when you factor in his independent label, his catalog of hits, streaming revenue, and his smart business moves. He owns his masters through Soul Circle Music. That means he gets paid directly from streams and sales without splitting profits with a major label. His YouTube channel has over 958,000 subscribers and over 5.22 million total views. That generates revenue. His songs are still being streamed daily even during his years of silence. Chronixx also doesn't live a flashy lifestyle. He's not buying expensive cars or throwing money around. He lives relatively modestly. He invests in things that matter to him, like education initiatives in Jamaica. He focuses on building generational wealth, not temporary fame. That $2 to $3 million net worth is probably conservative. When you own your music catalog and it keeps generating income for years, your wealth grows passively. Add in the money from the new album, potential touring, and merchandise, and Chronixx is set up financially for the long term. His relationship with Kelissa McDonald remains private. They're married or in a committed long-term relationship, depending on how you interpret his use of the word wife. They have at least one daughter together. Kelissa has been supportive of Chronixx's music, and he supported her career as an artist. She's released her own music through Soul Circle. They perform together occasionally, but they keep their family life completely separate from the public eye. There are no family photos on Instagram, no interviews about their relationship, no reality TV. Just two reggae artists raising a family and making music on their own terms. Looking at Chronixx in 2025, his disappearance makes sense now. He didn't abandon music. He protected his mental health. He prioritized his family. He explored his creativity without the pressure of being a reggae savior. He built businesses and educational programs. And when he felt ready, he came back with an album that shows 8 years of growth and maturity. Exile isn't just a comeback album. It's a statement. It says Chronixx will release music when he has something to say, not when the industry demands it. It says he values quality over quantity. It says he's in this for the long game, not quick fame. At 33 years old, with a $2 to $3 million net worth, a loving family, creative freedom, and a brand new critically acclaimed album, Chronixx is exactly where he wants to be. He's not chasing trends. He's not desperate for attention. He's building a legacy that will last decades. And he's doing it while living a relatively normal life away from the chaos of celebrity culture. The reggae star didn't really disappear. He just stepped back to figure out what mattered most. And now he's back, stronger and more focused than ever. Exile is just the beginning of this new chapter. Whether he tours extensively or stays low-key, whether he releases another album next year or waits another 5 years, Chronixx has proven one thing. He moves on his own time. and his fans will wait because the music is worth it. Drop a comment below and tell us what you think about Chronixx's incredible return with Exile.